Hello everyone, welcome to the channel for everything Arsenal. And yeah, we won the game, so we're going to do a lot of reactions today and tomorrow. And obviously I had to get AJ 90 on a video. We're going to do it differently. We're going to go through the stats and figures from the game. I hope you guys enjoy it. How are you, AJ?
I'm good, man. We needed a big result and we got one. Best performance of the season.
Absolutely. Is it the best performance, the best first 30 minutes you've seen in a while?
It probably the season. I'm not gonna lie, that was the best 30 minutes I've seen in this season. We needed it though,
Yeah.
because a lot of nerves going into this game, and we just finished it in 25 minutes.
Yeah. So were you happy with the starting lineup, like especially the front row and
Yeah,
the right back, the front row and the right back
I
mostly,
w-
and the
like
left back? Yeah.
the whole lineup. I was happy with.
Yeah.
Some were saying Martinelli, but I heard Arteta's interview and he said that his ankle was a bit sore after the game. So I was like, yeah, that's fine. Do not risk him. So the whole lineup I was 100% happy with because he kept the same team that, played against Sheffield United. If Martinelli was fully fit, I think he would have started the game as well.
Yeah.
But the thing is, if it ain't broke, you don't need to fix it. And that was the winning formula versus Sheffield United. I wanted us to carry that into this game, and we did that.
Yeah, so let's go through the stats for today. I'll start with the team start first. So obviously we've reached another semi-final. This is our fourth consecutive Europa League campaign and our third semi-final. So the stat is Arsenal have reached the semi-finals of a European competition for the 10th time, including Fairs Cup, as in those are back in the days, obviously, with the Gunners getting to the last 4 and 3 of their 4 Europa League campaigns. So we always get to the semi-finals. You'd remember Atletico knocked us out in the first one. We lost in the final in the other, and this is the third time now. So what do you make of that stat? Did you absolutely expect us to get to the semi-final this season?
Arteta got us knocked out last year again in the round of 32, so I wasn't overly confident. But again, looking at the side we got, with Slavia, I knew, on paper we are much better than Slavia, so I expect us to beat them, and we did. So I'm not too surprised by that stat. I think for us that's very good. And again, in that Atleti game a few years ago, we were the much better team in that one. If you remember, we were a much better team, and unlucky to get to the final that year. We should have won it that year. But then obviously you got unlucky the next year. We beat Valencia comfortably with Unai Emery, funnily enough. But yeah, and then we got unlucky in the final. But yeah, hopefully now we can win it this year.
Yeah, that's a very good start. We also got some very, very good teams like Benfica, Olympiacos, and Slavia Prague. Do you think you can get easier teams like in the knockout stage than those?
Benfica is one of those ones, they weren't having a good time. They're having a poor season. I'm pretty sure, like, I've seen some of their recent results. They're trying to turning it around, but at the time they were doing really poorly. And that was again a nervy game because we needed 2 late goals to go through. Olympiacos, who made it so nervy for ourselves because they got 1 goal at the Emirates, and it could have turned around. If we didn't get 3 screamers in that first leg, then it would have been a disaster. But in this one again, we thought it was going to be nervy in the second leg, but we were proven wrong, and it was a brilliant performance.
Yeah, so this week I've seen a lot of different channels doing videos about Lacazette leaving, especially after his miss in the first leg. So obviously I've heard people saying Ings is a better striker, do a better job. Vardy, even though he's older than him, he'd still do a better job than him, like in 1 year. All those players. So he managed to get another 2 goals today. What do you make of both goals? Were you confident as always when he was taking the penalty?
I was confident because I think he's taken a few penalties recently, and he's buried all of them. So with the confidence he took from that Sheffield United game, I was confident that he would put those penalties away, and he did do so really well. And I was really happy with that because, Lacazette, again, hopefully in the summer that can add a few more million onto his price tag. So if Roma wants to come in, we can demand a bit more, because I don't think he's good enough to. I don't think he's good enough to lead a line for us. He's not been good enough over the last 4 years. And I would look to try and sell him on, and hopefully he can get a bit more money.
Yeah, he's you're very right about the penalties, especially in big games. He did that against Chelsea at home, Tottenham against at home, Leicester away from home. Some big games where he's always converting the penalties, and the goalkeeper always seems to go the wrong way. So that brings us nicely to the next stat about Lacazette. So Alex Lacazette, we have 2 stats on him. So I'll start with the first one. Alex Lacazette has scored 2+ goals in consecutive games in all competitions, obviously scoring the other one against Sheffield for the first time for any club since his last 3 appearances for Lyon in May 2017. So basically, this is the first time he's scoring braces in back-to-back games. at Arsenal. So that is very good. Do you think he can get 3 against Fulham, or wouldn't you start
He
him at
could.
all? Would you
He
not start
could.
him?
He could, because I think he came off. So he came off. So I think he would, get the start in this game. Get start against
Yeah.
Fulham, and I think he could. But I think it's good that we have a player like him in form, because Aubameyang's been very much off it. So in a crucial stage of the season where we now need a player to guide us with goals, and he is doing that really well at the moment. And hopefully it can continue to lift our first European trophy.
Yeah, we have another stat on Lacazette, by the way. Shout out to Opta, Joe. They're the ones who come up with all these stats. I have one that I came up with myself, by the way. But yeah, always have good stats on their website. The next one is another Lacazette stat again, a very good one as well. Lacazette has scored 18 goals in knockout stages of the Europa League since 2009, 2010. Only Radamel Falcao with 20 and Kevin Gamero with 19 have netted most. So we still have 2 games for sure this season, maybe 3 if we get to the finals. So he could break that record. What do you make of that one? Do you think he can get to it by the end of the season?
I
3
think he
games
could.
to go.
I think he could, because I think Lacazette will probably be starting those games against Villarreal. So I think there's a good possibility he could break that record. It's a good record to have, and again, even in that Europa League run 2 years ago, where when we had Valencia, Napoli, he did score some crucial goals. That free kick against Napoli, he had a few against Valencia as well. So I think he's been helpful for us. And again, Villarreal is going to be difficult for emotional reasons because of the former manager. We'll get onto that, I think. But, Lacazette, we need him to turn up now in those games.
Awesome. Lacazette, very, very good performance today. What did you give him out of 10 for today?
Out of 10, I didn't do player ratings for my channel, but if I would have given him a 8, I think.
8. Okay, I think he was very good. I'd given him a 9, but I wouldn't mind an 8. So let's go to the next player, Bukayo Saka. What did you make of his performance? The first shot he took, I really thought it was a goal, man. What did you make of the disallowed goal and Saka's overall performance?
Yeah, that disallowed one. I think that was a really good shot by Saka, because again, he was driving inside, and then unluckily, it got disallowed. But then, the second goal, there was a second goal he scored, or the third one, I think it was. Brilliant goal from him. Gareth Southgate has to be watching that for the Euros. That was a brilliant goal. Chambers played him in, and then he just one pass, 1, 2, 3, and then put it into the corner. The keeper didn't even move. Brilliant.
Brilliant. So we have a stat on him, as always. Bukayo Saka, the best player ever in football history. Bukayo Saka has now scored 4 goals for Arsenal in European competition, the joint most of any teenager for the club, excluding qualifiers, along with Charlie George and Drake Kennedy. Those are throwbacks, man. Like, literally, there's no one who has done it in the 80s, 90s, 2000s, 2010s. Like, very, very good player, very good performance. How about him? What did you give him out of 10?
9, definitely, because he was just another class today. And we needed him to turn up, and he's only 19 years old, and he's been carrying us through some of these knockout stages. It just shows you how important he is to our side and how much we need him to stay at this football club if we do want to move forward. And Saka, that's it with them.
Very, very good performance. Let's get into another team stat. Arteta will be involved in this. I know a lot of people are critical of Arteta and stuff. They always tell you, we lost to Burnley, we lost to Olympiacos at home, but I'm the one who's going to tell you about the good stuff. So Arsenal have scored at least 3 goals in 4 consecutive away games in all competitions for the first time since December 1932. That is almost 100 years ago. So obviously we scored 3 away to West Ham. I think we scored 3 away to Leicester, and I think we scored 3 away at Olympiacos and today. So 4 consecutive games scoring 3 goals away from home. Obviously the West Ham was not many people are impressed with that because we went 3 goals down. Olympiacos obviously was a good victory. Leicester was a good victory. So that's very good. We're looking good away from home all of a sudden, AJ.
Yeah, because that's something we used to, later years of Wenger, the Emery era, we used to think, oh, look, we concede so many shots, and, we do so poorly away from home. So it's good that we do have this stat, and it's like we've been better away from home than we have been at home, which is a bit strange, I think. It's good we're doing good away from home, because, it's something that we have struggled with over the last few years. And again, scoring 3 goals, I think I heard that one on BT. That's a brilliant stat to have.
Yeah. Yeah, very good. And it's not just like team stats; it's also the individual. Like Lacazette has scored the second most away goals in the league, alongside Salah. So stats like that is very, very good. And we also have a couple of more games. Villarreal away, I think that will be the first leg. Villarreal away. We also have Newcastle away. All those games that expect us to win. Maybe not by 3 goals, but that should be very, very
Yeah.
good. Which was your best goal today before we get into the last stat?
The best goal today, I think it has to be Saka's one.
Saka's won the third.
I really like that goal.
Yeah, I agree that he almost scored the first one just like that as well.
Yeah.
So let's get into the final start, and it's about Pepe. I'll bring it on screen, but I can read it fast. So Pepe has scored 5 goals and assisted 4 this season in this season's Europa League. That is the most. Alongside, I don't remember the player, but there are 2 of them. So nine contributions in the Europa League this season. Yes, you can say. Okay, let me ask you. Would you say it's because you've faced not so good opponents, or you just taking it as a positive?
I think you can only play against what's in front of you. That's the sort of view I would take, and he's done brilliantly because I think he's earlier in the season he didn't play in so much Premier League games, so he got a chance in those Europa League games, and like the Dundalks, the Molders, to prove his chance. And he's been so underrated. Our fans, I don't know why they don't rate him as much as someone like I do, because I really like Pepe. I know what he can bring for us. I know, and I know the price tag, obviously hires the expectations a lot. But I think he's been very good for us, and big credit to him. And I think he just hopefully he can try and hit those heights of that price tag that he came here for.
Yeah, very, very good performance. Between the goal today and the goal in the first leg, which was your favorite?
I say today one.
Yeah,
or
Pepe.
the other one.
Yeah, Pepe's goal, and then his goal in the first leg. Which one was the best? The chip in
I'll
the
say
first
the
leg.
one. I'll say the one in the first leg, mainly because the one today, I think that was mainly because of Smith Rowe being absolutely brilliant. Like that assist was brilliant. The way he got past 2 or 3, put it through his legs, and then Pepe just had to just do an instinctive finish. But I like the first leg one better.
Yeah, I've really enjoyed this kind of video, going through the stats and still reviewing the game. So I wanted to keep it short. Thank you very much for coming on. I'll leave AJ's links as usual to his channel. You can check out his match reaction. The link will be in the description. So thank you for coming on as always.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, on the Twitter
awesome,
and YouTube as always.
Okay, so quick prediction on Arsenal Villarreal aggregate score. Arsenal fan review said he said 3-1, and African Gunner in the match reaction he said 4-2 on aggregate. So what did you go for? Both of them going for 2-goal winning margin.
I'm gonna go on aggregate 5-3 Arsenal.
5-3 Arsenal. Wow, you guys are confident. I'll probably go for like a 4-3. I know I changed my prediction to 3-2, but that's because I felt like Saka was back. Maybe he could do something. So yeah. By the way, gets well soon to Aubameyang. And yeah, let's wait for Fulham over the weekend. Big game as well. Maybe not as important as this one, but a win to keep the momentum going. As always, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the stats and figures from the game. Keep staying safe, and I'll catch up with you guys later.